All right, so people, today we're going to discussing what I going to do with my first payout of $10,000. Right, when I get that $10,000 payout, that is what I going to be spending it on. All right, so first of all, the prop firm payout of $10,000 would be in US, and right now I not in the US, I in Saint Lucia. So in Saint Lucian currency, which is XCD or the Eastern Caribbean dollar, that would be $27,000. The first thing I would do with that payout is put 10 grand in my credit union. My credit union is St. Lucia Workers Credit Union. So that's the first thing I would do. I would put that 10 grand in the credit union. Why? Just because you just put half of the money away. Just put half of the money away. You're not saving it for later, but it's just good to just store half away. Right? If anything come up, family, this and that. So I'm gonna put 10 grand in the credit union just because I can. Right? I'm going to buy a new bike, which is a AKT 250cc bike. Right? That's probably around December time there. I'm gonna buy a new bike that costs like 5 grand. EC. So we spend like 15 grand already. We still have more money to spend. Because I'm not planning on saving any of that money. Right? Because when you make 27K online, you could just do that shit again. So what's even the point of saving, right? I'm going to buy some new camera equipment. I don't even know what's the name of that camera, but that camera is like 1.4. The lens is 700. The gimbal is like $400. The light is probably around like $100 US. So all that coming to like 8 grand EC. That's not even including the shipping cost, because in St. Lucia, when you order stuff, you still have to pay another charge when it come down to St. Lucia. So yeah, I'm going to be buying camera equipment because I have a whole other channel doing outdoor stuff. I have a music channel doing music videos. So yeah, the camera just would be good. And plus I could just show you like a day in the life with a camera. Although I have a GoPro 12, but when I have the camera, I'll be more motivated to film more stuff for y'all on this channel, which is Matlow FX. So yeah, first thing I'm going to do, 10 grand in the credit union, 5 grand on a new bike, and 8 grand in camera equipment. Now all of these, the first three things, they're like an investment. That 8 grand on camera equipment, that's going to be making me cash back because I'm going to be using it to make content. Content going to make me cash. That 5 grand on that new bike, I'm going to use that as content also. That 10 grand in the credit union, I could potentially take a loan or whatever, because when the credit union see you have money there, they're more likely to give you money. So yeah. And then the rest of the cash, I just going to spend it on living life. Like I don't really need nothing, so that's not really probably 2 grand a villa for a week in Saint Lucia, because I live in Saint Lucia. They have some sick villas, so I'm probably going to spend like 2 grand EC for a whole week. That's more than enough for a whole week in a villa for a week. Nice view. Probably one two shorties knocking. You know, you know, later for the weather. Yeah, so 2 grand in a villa for a week. Then so we up to like 2 and 8 is 10, 10 and 5 is 15, 15 and 10. So we up to 25 grand. We already spent 25 grand. And I going to spend like 1,500 on shoes and clothes. I always wanted a Nike Tech, like a full Nike Tech. So I going to get a fucking Nike Tech on Air Max 97 for sure, for sure, for sure. That's just a universal shoe I always wanted. Right? So that's the two things. I probably going to buy more clothes, probably a Lacoste suit or some shit, and then $500 on miscellaneous stuff. Every Friday I just burn some ZA, so probably a little bit of ZA, probably 1 ounce, probably a little taxi rides. Probably when I don't want to ride my bike, I could just call a taxi. Oh, yeah, I want to go there, this and that, this and that. Because you check it, we live in large. We live in large. And probably groceries. Groceries is like $200, $300. Eggs. You already know. Eggs, chickpeas, lentils, rice, them type of shit. So that's how I would spend my first 10K payout from Forex. Hope you all enjoy. Gonna see you all in the next one.